Recording has begun. All right, good afternoon, teachers. Now, today we have a lot to do. We have a lot to do. Let me do a little bit of housekeeping here. Yes. Mainly we'll do Firefly. We'll delve into the details as much as we can into Firefly. Before we begin to Firefly, Mr. Lutfullah will finalize about Google Forms. He's going to show a sample quiz and some fine details. Just 15 minutes, Mr. Lutfullah, because we have a lot to do on the other side. In Firefly, I want all our teachers to keep their whole receptors fully open. It's a new journey. We're embarking upon a new journey. At some points, it can be a little bit intense. So please pay your full attention here. We're not gonna finish it today, of course. We'll continue tomorrow. Today we'll just scratch the surface. This is a great tool. It has big potentials. We must be frank, we are also new in this. For last 1 week, I and my team trying to setting it up. It has a lot of functionalities, some great advantages and some challenges of using. We're trying to overcome. We'll try to explain as clearly as we can, because that will be our next learning management tool. Will be migrating from Google Classroom. Be careful, I'm saying Google Classroom, not Google Tools. Don't think that all the other things you learned will go for vain. No, you'll still use Google Forms, you'll use Google Docs, Google Slides. You'll be using all these things through this platform now. Within this platform, you'll be integrating your digital content into here, sharing with the students, sending them information and receiving information from them, giving them tasks, assignments. In short, they call it tasks here. And they are submitting the assignments, tasks back. It's a platform designed to communicate for educational context. All right, Mr. Lutfullah, you can take up here for, what is it, forms?
The first of all, I prepared one sample. We finished all of them and all the topics, what should we do in Google Form. But I want to show them this, I couldn't prepare last time. Just let me get one link and let me share in the chat. Then some of our teachers can fill it. I want to show how are we getting the marks from here. I just shared right now.
So they need to fill this quiz.
Yes, they need to fill this quiz. They can make mistake. They can answer the correct one. So I'm going to show them how we're going to make it.
Okay, so just randomly they will fill it. They don't need to read all the questions.
They can do some corrections, some mistakes. They can make it. Just an example.
Dear teachers, please copy the link into your browser. Open it and do this quiz quickly, randomly.
Maybe we can give 1 minute. The same way we are doing it. Let me say copy link here. I'm taking from the chat, for example, and then I will just come to new browser and then paste it to my browser bar, which is here. So I can access to Google Form, then I will fill it. Here.
Are we receiving any response?
No.
So nobody's filling yet?
Some of them, I think they are reading the questions. I'm not sure.
Does the form require login?
They should be in the LIS emails only. Then there's a one response. Mr. Kamin made the answers. So we are accepting the answer as well. Mr. Gazi also. As you can see, for example, I filled the form, so I can just see my score from here. Let me see. So where did I did the mistakes? It's showing me there's some feedbacks from the teachers, as you see here, my feedbacks. If there's a correct answer, so I'm going to show how we're going to make it on this feedback so your students can see them. So for example, there's a one feedback. I put it one video to explanation. For example, I put this one here. So I'm going to show these things. So I got 50 out of 80. My point is that directly you can give feedback. I think that is the our challenges when we are marking the exams. That is the so this is a good solution for that. There are 24 responses. I think we can start. So
Yes, let's go ahead. I think that's good enough for testing.
So what we did here, for example, there's a one multiple choices here. We explained yesterday, multiple choice. So we can add here images, as you can see here. For example, I gave my options here. So I added some pictures, so it's more understandable. So before I start this one, when you're making quiz or assignment, so in the settings button here, we have to see them. There's some important things. You have to collect email addresses. When you click that one also, you have to ask their name. You have to put it here and then you should say required, which is here. So they must fill the name and then you must collect the email addresses, which is here. So all our students, they have a school emails. So this is their like official email, we can say. So if you click this one, only with their school email, they can see your question, they can submit it. And then the limit one response, limit to one response. So I explained this one, but this is really important for our quizzes. If I say edit after submit, they can change, they might change their answers because of you are giving them feedback. You are showing them correct answer, so they can change the answer. So we are not making on this one. So see summary charts and text responses. If you click on this, they can see other students, what they did, what they answered, they can see. Also, we don't want this too. So we have to open collect email addresses, which is here. We have to collect it, and then we have to select this one as well. And then we have to limit our responses, only one. So, and then the quizzes mode should be open. So if it's open, you can make a quiz. So it will be like, if you make it off, this button here, it will be, what? It will be, it should not be quiz. So that time it will be just a survey maybe. So the other things here I want to show, So later after manual review, if you make it this one, you have to give feedback one by one to your students. But if you say immediately after each submission, as you see here, where is my, you see they can view score directly. They, after the quiz, they can see where they did mistakes. They can see their results as well here. So if they have any problem, that time they will contact with you. So all this also be opening for them like that. So and then make sure you are making comment which is here. For example, let me make it this one. There's an answer key here. We showed it. Just only you have to add the correct answer for the correct, well done. And then feedback, you are not reading the question and answer very well. This is of course depends what the questions here, question by question, but you should add your feedbacks for correct and incorrect answers one by one. So I want to show if it's clear. Let me show again. We have to collect email addresses. We have to make only school emails here, which is here, and then we have to limit one response. Of course, this depends. For example, if you're making some like activity, there's some questions here, so we can change it this one. Maybe they can learn. But during the assignment, we have to say limit to one response, which is here. So the quiz site. So this is very important. Immediately after each submission, they can see what they did. They can see the mistakes. They can see your comments if you click on this. So this one we don't want. This one. The missed questions. So this one, all of them is on here. So I'm saving now. So let us check our Google Sheet, which is here. So I can see one by one what they did here, question by question. We can see it here, and then we can see this individual. We can see question by question. For example, which question they made mostly mistake or something. We can see from here, and then summary. We can give the question by question. We can see the that graphics, those things. We can see. So for example, the mostly they said beer, okay, fish, lion. So there's some problem here. So we can see also this thing. So we can when we are explaining again the topics, that units, when we are revising with them, so we can use these things, very useful. So let me come on this part here, taking them to spreadsheet here or Google Sheet. I'm clicking on that here. As you see, I can see the names here. For example, the names are here, also the scores are here, which is, let me make it this one. Let me paint, for example, which one, the color. As you see here, I have all the results one by one for all my students. What they get out of 8 out of 100, this is, you can arrange yourself. As you see, is here. Yeah, you don't need to make any marking. Maybe you can check correction or something. One more thing here, when I was preparing it, I had some short answers. We told yesterday, this is like a case sensitive here. As you see, my answers, I made the one lowercase. I added the one, when you click on the answers case here, you can just make it, you can add the correct answers. These answers are correct. I'm accepting that. So after they can get my point here. So I added all of them is capital. The one, the first letter is capital, and then all of them is lowercase. I added all the options so they will not, they can submit. And when they make this is case sensitive. So all these answers I'm accepting as a correct answer, so they can get mark from here. So let me show one more time responses. So as you see here, the name by name, I can see the results. Maybe if you want to arrange those things, that is, I think Google Sheet topics, we can arrange them the highest to lowest, maybe those things we can make it. So that's all what I want to say, Mr. If it's enough, I can repeat one more time if we have time. And that is all this answer.
Good enough.
So this part is important. That is.
There's a question. They're asking, where do we go to check individual performance?
Let me show one more time. This is my question bar. So where I'm adding my questions. There's a one page here, responses. Just I will come here, and then I will say individual. For example, I want to check who. I want to check, for example, let me check.
From drop down, you can list the emails on the left.
Also from here, the emails, but checking them as a full name is here. So one by one, what they did, I can see from here, as you see, one by one. This is like the field page for each students. I can reach from here. If I want to see question by question, this is here as well. So summary, general question by question, and what some averages, some graphics, I can reach from the summary button here. This is general saying question by questions. Also, this is giving me some averages here, as you see. Yeah, this is individual, which is here. Also, I can print, I can take it.
All right.
Also,
Okay, thank you, Mr. Lutfullah.
So, thank you. Let me stop sharing the screen.
All right. Now, dear teachers, first we will begin with activation. I need to make this announcement first. From this point on, we'll be discussing about Firefly. So that is for the teachers of light schools. If there are other teachers, this part might be irrelevant for them. It's optional. They can just stay and see. But if they want to leave, that's okay too, because this learning management system will be used in Light Academy and Light International School. First, we'll start with activation. It will be a little bit interactive lesson. I'm hoping that everybody is before their computer, not a mobile phone or tablet. It will be difficult for them. So what I want you to do is, in your browser, you will write lis.fireflycloud.net. I'm sharing in the, Mr. Lutfullah, you share in the chat. Oops, wait a second. Yeah. When you reach there, lis.fireflycloud.net. This part. So your email addresses are already registered. What you will need to do is this. Check here. Everybody look at my screen. Don't go to the login screen for now. Just let me explain whole procedure. Then you will do that once. I will give you a few minutes to complete it. When you go that login page, you will see this thing here. Login in for the first time. Activate your account. So since you'll be logging in first time, you will just click this. Here, you're going to put your email address, school email address, the one with LIS. For example, Mr. John Omondi, j.omondi@lis.sc.ke. It should be generally this way. When you put your email address here, you will click Activate Account. Activate Account. Then you will receive an email, an activation link in your inbox. You will follow the link in your email and you will create your password for Firefly. Then voila, you'll be in Firefly. So just a few minutes. Please, everybody do that right now. So it should be this kind of an email. You can see it on my screen. Hi, the name. To activate your account, click here.
After this, also they should create a one password for their account.
Exactly, yeah. When you click the activate, it will ask you to create a password. Please do not forget your password. Put something you can remember. There are some conditions for that password. Certain characters, numbers, text character, alphabetic character, alphanumeric characters should be there. Can those who complete write in the chat done? So we see the progress. Good, good. Yeah, the progression is a bit slow. We have 137 people in this chat. The link is lis.fireflycloud. Yes, Mr. Lutullah shared there. Thank you. Somebody raised hand. Please, if you have questions, write to the chat section.
The emails must be official emails, not personal emails.
Yes, Hussein, you can add your profile picture. That will be good. Mr. Lutullah, I wish we had prepared a form, Google form, so people can just click and confirm when they do it. So we could just see the progress. All right, that is, I think, good enough. We need to continue. If you're having challenges after the session, you can contact our technical team to get the assistance. But I want you to stop at this point and focus here on my screen. Because now understanding Firefly is more important than activating your account. You can do it later, but you shouldn't miss what we are talking here. All right, a good number has managed to complete it. Still going on. All right, now Can I have everyone's attention here on my screen? Let's generally see what we have in this interface. Up here we have dashboard. That is the first landing page that you'll land when you log in. There are resources, most of the story going on. There is planner. As you put a task, schedule something, it will appear here. It's like your timetable. Tasks, this is basically assignments, as we call in Google Classroom. Assignments being done here. Mark books, simply. When you mark an assignment, you will be able to see it there. At the moment, you may not see anything under this mark book. Still, the timetabling, assigning the classes and things are going on. That's why, just be patient. First, try to understand. Now, you will land to the page, to the school's dashboard that you belong to. We have this number of international schools under light group of schools: Mombasa, Girls, Nairobi, Malindi, Nairobi, Karen, primary, and kindergarten. Whichever school you belong to, you will land to that dashboard. You will see Light International. If it's Nairobi, Nairobi. If it's Malindi, Malindi. Whichever school that you are in. This dashboard is adjustable, but it is by the admins. You will generally see, for example, you will see tasks due soon. This is customized for the user. You will not see the same thing that I'm seeing here. These are the tasks that I gave. So I can see the recent tasks I gave and their due dates, if it is done or not. So it's something very handy. As you start giving tasks, assignments, you will see this window will be populating the assignments there. Announcement and messages. These are the messages relevant to you. Again, for example, I had a personal messaging between Lutfullah and I just for testing. So I'm seeing this, but you won't see it. But from the admin side, if there's a message sent to all teachers, and if you're a teacher, which is the case, then you will see it. But if it is a message only for students, so students will see these messages. Browse profiles. These are, again, groups. If there are groups that you are assigned to, groups are here. When we talk about groups, the structure of this thing is a bit different. You can be assigned a teachers group for coordinators, for example. You can be assigned a student group, only the students that you're teaching, and that kind of groupings. Planner, I already mentioned up there. When you have something assigned, you will be able to see it. On this side, calendar, again, for the school calendar, when it is linked here, the academic calendar and events calendar, let's say, as these things approach, for example, open day, that's Saturday, the date will be written there. Relevant to that school. For LIS Nairobi, open day is, let's say, on 20th May, so it will come up here. Graduation, if all these things, when we finalize the setup and connect the calendars, you will be able to follow the school calendar on this side. Bookmarks, bookmarks is just same as the bookmarks and the browser. What is it in the browsers? Let's say there is a page that you like. For example, this one. This is also another, for now, free service I will introduce later, only for IGCSE teachers and students. We got some free accounts. They have videos for, what is it? IGCSE subjects, but not all of them. Math and sciences. It's a great tool. For example, I like this page. I want to bookmark it. What should I do? In the browser, I'm talking first. There's a star sign here. When I click this, it will bookmark it. Or there is a shortcut key, Control D. When I say Control D, it will bookmark it. I'm sure most of you already know that, but Control D. This is bookmarking This is almost universal in all browsers, as far as I know, it works. So this page I bookmarked, my bookmarks are here. I can see that it is added there. Just like that, when you are navigating in Firefly, you found a page, you will understand what I mean. The page is just like web page. You can bookmark it. When you bookmark it, your customized bookmarks will appear here. That is customized for the user. It is not a common window for everyone. These things are common. I added a video, school promotion video. I don't know, it's not playing now. And school website link just for testing purposes. So this is our dashboard. I move on. This part is important, resources. Since I'm the admin, I can see whole schools and their sections. But on your end, you will see the relevant school and relevant sections. Just a second. All right. Let's move on. For example, Light International School Mombasa. It has kindergarten, primary, middle school, IGCSE, and AS level. These are our sectioning in our school. Whichever section is available in your school, you will see that one. For your schools, these classes are available. For Malindi, these sections. Let's see Malindi. When I click middle school, I'll see the classes. At the moment, they are mostly blank. I'll show how we are feeling these things. If the teacher is teaching, for example, only year 7, that teacher will see only year 7 page. Now from sections, I'm coming to the pages. Under year 7 page, I have the relevant subjects. Now your school administration either will allow you to see all the other subjects, weaving, or only your subject. I'm teaching physics, so I'll see my page. What is this page? Now this is a page. This is just similar to web page. It can be edited by the teacher or the school administration to give the information to students according to relevant with your curriculum. It should be relevant with your schemes of work. Let me show it this on our test school. I created a test school, call it Dream School. For example, in year 10 section, as you can see, the theme changed. I decided to use a different theme here. There are some other themes as well. From school to school, it may change, but the functionalities are same. The menus are same: dashboard, resources, planner, task, and markbook. Under this year 10 class, all the other subject pages will appear here by time before schools open. We'll complete these things. I created something under physics, for example. This is physics page. This page is not readily available here. I myself made it. I copied this text from internet. It was, I think, Bytes by BBC or Khan Academy, I think. I added an image here. I inserted a YouTube video. I can put a Google document here. I can put a Google form. I can put a Google slide, which I will show. Another one is forces and motion. This is from the textbook, IGCSE textbook, Complete Physics. I had the PDF version. I copied and pasted the text, the image here and there. So I prepared this page for students to see and learn. I prepared, for example, a history page, World War II. I collected some information from internet, relevant with IGCSE again. I put the text, some graphics. I used screenshot, copy it and paste it here. I'm showing the final product first. Later, bit by bit, we will show how to generate these things. I added a video from Khan Academy, basically from YouTube. I see that Mr. Lutfullah created, oops, where is my dream school? Yes. Some pages under year 9 science. Mr. Lutfullah, why did you put the Zoom thing here? My friend.
Let me close it, sorry.
Yes, it's disturbing now. All right. For example, Mr. Lutfullah prepared a science page. In this science page, he put a Google slide that he created. So as we mentioned earlier, you will have a lesson like later on, you need to post that presentation as a PDF or a Google slide. You don't need to copy it from here and there. It's in your Google Drive. You will come here, you will say embed. We will show how that's done, or just link. Directly from your Google Drive, you will link it here. He added some images and the system turned them in a fancy way. You can add some small quizzes or pools, surveys, kind of things. We'll see these things. You can add a video, you can resize it. And on top of all, you can add your Zoom account in a way. When the students come here with one click, they can connect to your room, your classroom, your meeting room. And you can have your live lessons there. Students, they don't need to copy your meeting ID or link somewhere. What they need to access to your account, to your page. They will see this thing available here with one click, they will join. You can add another Google document. This is just a straight Google Docs or a PDF file if you want. You can allow students put comments under this page. And the good thing, this comment can be put as after moderation, after checking. You don't need to make it free. There is that option as well, but you need to put a certain filter. When the students put a comment, first you will see it. When you approve, this comment will be published here, just like commenting under a certain web page. That's the bookmark. If I say bookmark the page, this page will be appearing in my favorites, in my dashboard when I log in. Now let's come back here. Mr. Collins, this is amazing, truly amazing, I can say. It's a great platform. Just imagine where we are heading. If we put a good effort as a group of schools all together, put our hands together, all our resources together, and create all these pages within a year with the good division of labor, as head office will do the editorial part to check the quality. Within a year, we can have all those resources readily available here. Not only the book, we can have some parts from the book, from some other sources. I can put some relevant past paper questions. So all these pages will be available here. When it is there, from next year, students they will need to carry either their laptop or just their tablet. They will have all the sources they need in this small device. with their fingertips log in. It has its own mobile application in iOS and Android for students and parents. They will be able to see the book, read, and do amazing things. I'll show you something. I'm sure you will amaze. Some will say this is magic. There could be some students with some disabilities, or parents are complaining facing to the screen too much, and reading these things from screen can be a little bit of a challenge. Okay, this tool has something, it can read it to you. Immersive reading. Wait a second, let me give my computer's audio. Yes. It just takes the text to make it easy to read. Student may have a challenge of seeing with his sight, so the text is very clear, the spacing is nice. So maybe students just want to hear. Sorry, here, go there.
Introduction. What is physics? To be honest, it's really difficult to define exactly what physics is. For one, physics keeps changing as we progress.
Student can listen it. Go further, line focusing. Select line focus. Now it goes line by line, student can follow easily, particularly for social studies, history, geography, for that kind of text heavy subjects, English, for the students need to read. If they need to read a lot on the screen, their eye strain will increase, so they can just listen.
Progress and make new discoveries. New theories don't just bring new answers. They also create new questions that might not have even...
But this is not the magic. I'll show you the magic. It has a translate function, a very nice translate function that I never seen. The Google Translate is cannot really match with that in many languages. As being an international school, for example, in Malindi, we have Italian descent students, or we have a student from another country who's not really good in the language, particularly for text-heavy lessons. And at some points, they need this part to be translated for them to understand. That's very much understandable. It can be Arabic, it can be Afrikaans if you're from South Africa, Bosnia, Bulgaria, there are those major languages, all of them. Swahili is there, but reading for Swahili is not there. I have some Turkish colleagues here. Let me show them the Turkish. By word or document, whole document, and listen.
Cevaplar getirmez. Ayrıca, bir önceki fizik teorisinden bakıldığında bile mantıklı olmayan yeni sorular yaratırlar. Bu fiziği heyecan verici ve ilginç kılıyor.
Those who know Turkish will understand that the translation is pretty good for a mechanical translation. Or I'm sure my Spanish teacher is there. He can confirm if the Spanish translation is good enough.
De la teoría anterior de la física. Esto hace que la física sea emocionante e interesante, pero también obliga a definir los intentos de definir la física en general.
And even further, they have this fine touches. You don't like female voice? Okay, try male voice.
Generalizaciones sobre lo que ha sido la física en lugar de lo que podría ser en algún momento.
It is too fast, make it slower. In another language, German. Somebody's asking German, all right. I'm sure it is there, I didn't check. In different accents. Which one do you want? German, Germany, okay.
In der Zukunft sein könnte. Dennoch sind Definitionen nützlich. Also, wenn es eine Definition ist, die Sie wollen, ist es eine Definition, die Sie erhalten.
Yes, it has this function. It's amazing, isn't it? You can make it faster, you can make it smaller. Students, they have no excuse now. Particularly for international schools, this is amazing. I just discovered it yesterday. And this is a new function, by the way. It was not there before in Firefly. Recently, they added it. They are advertising as a new functionality, as you can see, Immersive Reader. That is something really, really cool. And think that we are creating this platform with 50 different languages. It's available. You have students all over the world, maybe. Within 5-10 years, who knows, we'll have students from all over the world. Yeah, it translates to Kiswahili, somebody's asking, but it's not reading it at the moment. But it translates, the text at least turns to Kiswahili. I tested, but I don't know the quality, how good it is. So such a powerful tool we have, but there's a learning curve we need to go through altogether. And there is a development curve as well. That's the most important part, because at the moment it's kind of an empty shell. But we as teachers, educators, we have the resources, but it's scattered. There are 150 teachers here at the moment, I think. Yeah, 148. I'm sure all of you are having different kind of resources. Each of you know a good video about a certain topic, a good text from internet, or a good portion from the book. But it's scattered. It's all over. Imagine all these things combined here and under this roof and being served to our students. And as I said again, it will be a collaborative work. A teacher in Nairobi will work on maybe physics. Another teacher in Malindi will work on chemistry. Another one in Mombasa will work on English, math, history, economics, business. Within 2 years, my projection, or one, maybe, if everything goes well, we're not gonna run after the books. I think coordinators, Mr. Kue, if he's there and hearing me, he'll be very, very happy of that. Ordering those books, waiting for them, late delivery, Madam Elector will agree with me. What kind of troubles that gives us, having those books late, and the parents' pressure. Oh, my son doesn't have a book, so I doubt if he's learning. That is the exact words we're hearing from parents when we have that book problem. But when we create our own resource here, and it is dynamic, it's not cast on stone. There will be another teacher, another eye will say that, okay, we can add this one and improve it. Let's add this one and make it better. Let's change this one. Let's put this image. Let's put this graphic. Let's put this video. And within 2 years, it will be an amazing resource of learning. Not one way. In a book, when you look at it, it's one way. You just need to read. You cannot give a feedback. Here, it is dynamic. It is two-way, interactive. Students can put a comment underneath. Students will receive assignments, will submit assignments. So these are the power that we are after. All right. How to edit page, I'll show quickly. Today we'll not get into the editing page things. It can be a little bit of confusing. We'll focus more on tasks, how to give tasks, how to receive tasks. Tomorrow we'll delve more into how to create the pages. But just to have an idea, let's do it. This is physics. When the physics is selected, those teachers, Those teachers have the edit authority, edit credentials. They will see this create button. It's not gonna be open to all teachers. There will be a teacher in charge of this physics. So that teacher will be editing. But we'll make the resources open for all teachers. You can go and see what is in biology, what is in history. You can just check. But for create, I'm not clicking create. Oops. Oops. Just a second. Sorry, people. I had a small internet issue. I'm back. I'm back. We'll just continue.
After that create button,
Yeah.
they couldn't get.
No worries. All right, I'm back. I said we'll create a page together and see. Under physics, I select create. Okay, it will be relevant with physics, quantum physics. Okay, let me fly high a bit. There are several templates. A plain one, this one, that one. I'm not gonna get into the all. Let me see the chats on one side here. Yeah, good. So I will select this one. There are other types as well: assignments, blog, class test. What we showed you with Google Forms to create quizzes, it is possible within Firefly as well. We'll see these things bit by bit. But it has this function as well. You created a Google form, you can just integrate it the way it is into here too. So we'll see these things. Let's do a plain one. Non-physics, done. So I have this empty page. The title is there. I have 2 columns like this. Let me search quantum physics for IGCSE. No, for IGCSE, I know it's not so much there. For maybe high school. I'm just making up. Yes. I'm doing it randomly here, but you guys shouldn't be doing it this way, of course. It should be relevant with your students. So I'll take a video from Khan Academy, just a random text from here. Let me take this. It can be from a PDF document, a Word document, Control C. So I just go here and more text box. I need to edit with a text box that will be more neat. Now, so this text is nicely without hustling with the formatting. It is here. So let's say I want to add an image to this side. So I say image. You can drag and drop or you can browse within the computer. This image maybe. Okay, add image. All right, that's nice. So I want to add a little bit more text after this image. This one is good. I copy it and paste it here. No worries, it will come back to the normal shape when I publish it. Then to the end, maybe I want to add a video relevant with topic. Go to Khan Academy or YouTube. Quantum wave function, maybe. That is the video. Copy the link. I copied the link. Just one click. When I come here, don't paste the link straight. The Khan Academy videos are actually YouTube videos. Go to more. You can add a YouTube video like this. Done. Voila. Let's say it is ready now. Publish. Now this is my quantum physics page. So students can, those who are allowed to see physics, year 10 physics, will be able to see this page. They can make immersive reading. They can, if you allow them, they can put a comment. Teacher, this is great. Submit the comment. they can submit. So this page is here when I want to, let's say I want to add something more, I want to edit it. Right here. When I click edit, it comes into the edit mode. There are so many functionalities here. You can add a file list. There are files that you want to share. For example, you want to put past paper questions and the marking scheme, you can add them as a tree there. Text box, you can add a table, you can add a calculator. I didn't try this. You can add your contact, maybe. You mean, okay, can you add pages below? Somebody's asking. This is one page. As you add, it goes infinity down. All right. If I add some text, it goes down. If I add some text, it goes down, down, down. When you want to create another page, you need to use create button. I'll show that again. Don't worry. But as you add here, it is just one like web page, as I mentioned. Just like this. This is a web page, you see? They add the text, it's going down, 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 down. I like this image, it's relevant. Right click, copy image, come here, and you can just Control V. Actually, you can add the image this way too. You don't need to really go image and add and this. Can you add PowerPoint presentation? Yes, you can. We'll come to that. Does it get saved? Yeah, it's saved automatically. Another page, darken. I didn't get, Mr. Kazim, your question. Let me show this. I'll come back to your questions. Now, this part is important. When I say done, it's complete, but there's an arrow here, important. It gives me some functionalities. This is important now. Everybody should learn. By the way, my recording, I think, stopped. Oops. Oh, no, it's continue. That's great. Here, you can delete this page. Or you can make a copy of it. Mr. Kazım wants to be unmute. Mr. Lutfullah, can you please help him? He wants to add something. Yes, Mr.
Ramazan, can you hear me?
Yes.
So okay, now maybe teachers are asking, when they ask another page, they may mean that another page of this topic. Yeah, okay, now we are in continuation of this topic.
Good.
And when you say a page, you mean mainly a different topic or a different thing than quantum physics. Mm-hmm. So maybe I need to clarify this.
Yeah, we can add another page under this topic. That is what they're asking, right? It will be like a tree here. I'll show that.
That can be mm-hmm. Another subtopic, let's say. But just for the continuation of this section, we should add under, isn't that so?
Exactly, yes. If it is, you'll put something relevant with this topic, it should continue down here. But you want to move to the subtopic relevant with this, but under quantum physics, another topic, you will create another page. It will be inserted under quantum physics main title. We'll come to that. Can we link this page with a video as we do in Google Slide? I think I showed how to link the video, if that is the question. I put a video here. Let me show it here. Citing is necessary, yes, actually. If you're taking this from a web page, always, whatever the source that we are using, we should cite it. I didn't mention that, but yes. You can put down here the source as, for example, you don't need to use maybe at this point. Take this, the APA citing or Harvard citing, but at least like this, the source should be always given. That's a good point, thank you. Here I was showing you those functions. You can delete the page. You can make a copy of it and change the content. You can save as a draft before you publish. Maybe it's not complete yet. You don't want to publish it. You'll want to still work on it. You can change this. The visibility, this is important. When I go to the advanced, now, oops, sorry. Advanced, yes. Here it's saying who can see this page. There are groups created in this system, and it's a bit complicated. We are working on it because 5 schools under same domain. We are trying to create groups for each and every subject. When you say teachers, this is a group, only teachers will be able to see. When I say NBO, this is the code we use for Nairobi, Light International School, Nairobi, and select the relevant class, year 10A. So Nairobi LIS year 10A class students will be able to see it. Mr. Lutfullah, don't we have only year 10? Is it all A, B, A, C? Mr. Lutfullah?
I didn't understand the question, sir.
The year 10s, they're all divided into the streams.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, we don't have.
Only
Okay, then
year 10.
Those ones need to be added like.
I think teachers cannot see this part. I'm not sure.
If you give the edit functions, they will be able to see, of course, for that page. All right. Because when they create a page, they need to decide who is going to see that page. So all the students in those classes will be able to see it. When you select students, whole students will see it. But who can edit this page? Of course, you shouldn't give this authority to students. It should remain only the teacher. There's publish date and start and end. This is another good functionality. Maybe it is a page you need it temporarily. For example, in this page, you have a quiz. You want that quiz to open on, let's say, 20th or tomorrow, 21st, and add in the same day, at the end of the day, it will close. So you're telling the students that within this time interval, you have to do your quiz on this page, if it is needed. That's a functionality available there. All viewers to comment, this is important. If you say yes, whoever sees the page can comment. If you say yes, moderated by editors, they can comment, but the creator of the page should approve. I think this should be the function we'll be using. You shouldn't allow the students freely make the comments there. It should have a certain filtering. If you say no, only admin can do that, and the others, no one else can comment here. These are some important functions there. Done. Now, let's say quantum physics, that's our main topic. That is the introduction here I made, all right? I want to create another page relevant with quantum physics or whatever the topic you're discussing there. Photon energy. That's my subtopic. While this page is selected, which websites are suitable for IGCSE? That's we are leaving this to the teachers. Teachers will know. Our main sources are IGCSE books and syllabus. So teacher will judge from which sources he or she can enrich the content here. Does it have an auto marking like Google Forms? For the quizzes, yes. For multiple choice question, Hussein. But if it is a structured test, which structured exam, which most of the case, of course, there is no such a thing. Okay, quantum physics, I want to create another sub-page. I said photon energy. All right. So you can create a plain one, say done. As you can see, this new page comes under quantum physics. But let's say you made a mistake here. Oh, this page was not supposed to be there. I want to move it under forces and motion. Once you finished, and let's say save as draft. Now it's not published. As you can see, it is draft. So nobody can see it, only you. There is an option here. Where is the move option, Mr. Lutfullah?
For the location?
Location, yes.
Yeah, edit page down there.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Under publish.
Near the publish that arrow.
Yes. It is location. This one. When I select this, I can carry this page if I put it accidentally here under maybe forces and motion. Or maybe it's the main topic under physics. So I can move it this way. Let's see how it looks. As you can see now, it is under physics. I'm changing it again, going publish, location. This thing should be under quantum physics. So this page is here. So creating that hierarchy among the pages is a breeze, very simple. Done. So I want to put a Google slide. More. There's my Google thing. Google Docs. I'm selecting Google Docs. Compact, full screen, full page, I'll use compact. Choose Google Docs. If you have several accounts, as I do, you will select from which account you want to add this document. From my school account. It allows you to add either a document or a spreadsheet. It can be a table from a spreadsheet or a presentation. That was the e-learning training slide that I've been using the other day. I select. It asks you the permissions here. Give people who can access this page access to read selected Google Doc. I want to give only the read option, of course. Be careful. Compact. Done. Let's say save as draft. I don't want to publish at this point. So my slide is there. Simple. That is the slide I used in the lesson. Students can just come and see, go through, check. If they want, they can open in the Google Docs as well. See the full slide. You can do same for all Google documents. This is how to edit page. Tomorrow we'll get into this again. But now I want to move to something else. Setting a task. That is the key part where teachers will be using a lot. It's simple. It's either from tasks. Here to see what kind of tasks you have given. For test, I have given 3. It's appearing here. Or just click set a new task. And this page comes. Let's see briefly the page. This part is the key now. I was talking about grouping. So you will have the group of your subject. It can be like Nairobi, year 10, physics. So that means LIS Nairobi, year 10 students who are doing physics. Year 10A students who are doing physics. At the moment, those groups are not fully there. So for test purposes, I'm using a test student, Mr. Lutfullah, on the other side. I'm saying that you can give only to one student if you want, just as I'm doing here. This function, it says, show students who else received this task. You can allow this or not. It's up to you, it depends. But for most of the cases, there's no problem. Students can see who else received this. Co-owner, another important thing. Maybe this is a task that you are doing with another teacher together. You'll be doing the marking and the other things together. There can be such a situation. Maybe think it this way, it is year 10A and year 10B, two teachers, but they want to give the same assignments together and do the marking together. For example, you can say, okay, you mark question 1, teacher A. As I teacher B, I'll mark question B, question 2, something like that, collaboration. So if I want, if that is the case, I can put another teacher here. If it's not the case, you're not putting anything, just skip. Task title. This is just a test assignment. When should the student start? It's not necessary to be immediate. You can make this thing open in a future date. So you can put all necessary tasks in advance. Make your planner clean from the on-go. Even a term ahead. If you are a very well organized teacher, you can put your all assignments from the beginning of the term. So bit by bit, week by week, these assignments will open up. It is possible. I'm saying from 20 seconds. But for test, again, I want to do it today. So Mr. Lutfullah will complete on the other end. So due date is tomorrow. Here, what do we have? Assessment. Are students required to submit a file before they can mark it as done? You can say yes or no. It depends. If it is a situation where you need a document students should submit, it can be a Word document, it can be a Google document, it can be a PDF, it can be an image file, it can be a video document, depends on the assignment. So you can say that, yes, without submitting a document, this assignment is not complete. Okay, that's up to you. How will you, is it possible to put time for starting or finishing? Unfortunately, I haven't seen it, Mr. Kazim. It's not there. He's asking if there's a time. I know in Google Classroom, there's time, which is a good thing, but it's unfortunate. I haven't seen timing here. So it seems it is just taking the date. Date starts with 0000, the first hour, and the last hour, 23:59, most likely. So how will you assess this task? Now, there are several options. Mostly this one will be used, assuming for our context. This is what, when you say overall mark, so this is out of 100, this assignment. So you can give a mark out of 100. There are other options. I didn't test this one, but you can give an overall grade. You can give overall mark and grade, which is a letter mark and a percentage together. It can be feedback only. It's a formative assessment maybe. Yani you're putting some words saying, okay, that's a good work. Maybe it's not gonna affect the average. So you don't want to give a certain numeric grade. Or no assessment. It is just a matter of sharing something, a document, an information with the students. So there's no assessment. So you can do this too. So I think this thing is already familiar to you from Google Classroom. For this case, I'm putting 100. Here, there is add success criteria. How will you assess the criteria? I'll put a mark as a criteria. What does that mean? Title is, you can say, maybe this is a cut. Okay, assuming. Mark out of 100, as I decided here. My success criteria is 60. Means if the student gets below 60, it's a fail. Above 60, it's a pass. So that is how it does. But maybe we will not need to use this in this thing in Firefly. Mostly in 90%, 80% of the cases, we'll just give a certain grade and we'll use this mark in our school management system, Mizezi or Coolsys as well. But for you to just know that it has this functionality. Now I come here. Now this assignment preparation part is quite similar to page preparation. Again, you can, as you can see, you can put a video, you can put a table, you can put a text box. You can embed a Google form that I will show. You can select a web page. You can select from Google document, as we did. Okay, I'm saying that. Please check the slides below and take a screenshot. I'm just making up. I will add again a Google Doc. Choose from presentations. Maybe this time it's one of you people. Stress. Maybe that's my assignment. Say done. So something relevant with my assignment here. Then after going through the slides, respond or answer the following question. The following questions. Now, here, if I want, I can put an image, or I want to show something else, a little bit technical, but it's just a matter of copying and pasting. Embed function. Here, it's empty, it's blank. Mr. Lutfullah shared a quiz. Let's say you prepared such a quiz. You want to share it in Firefly, all right? Because it will be our platform. Yesterday, we skipped this, but today I want to show. Under the send menu, again, in your form, under the send menu, there are email option, link option, and embed HTML. It sounds a bit technical, but for you, the only thing you need to do is copy. Copy whatever is here. Just copy. And go to Firefly. Again, I'm showing how I come to embed. More, embed, and paste it. That's it. When your child see that you're dealing with such kind of things at home, oh mama, you became now a computer geek. Kind of reactions you may get, but it's just a matter of copying and pasting this thing here. All right, it's nothing fancy. Say done. The computer will do the rest for you. Okay. So I want to see how students will see my assignment. You can just preview. This is the preview now. As you can see, Mr. Lutfullah allowed us only to do one respond. That's why I'm seeing at the moment only one respond option, which is okay. I can continue editing. Go down. You can attach a document. You don't need to put everything in here. Maybe it's a document of 15 pages. Attach file from computer. Where is it? E-learning materials. I had something, a past paper. You can set whole past paper a certain page. I attached a document as well. What else can I do?
So just I open the settings. Sorry, you can maybe re-enter the MDT.
All right, we'll refresh this once I complete. Yes. So I can add maybe, or let me show you that you want to put an image here. All right. You don't need to hustle with other things. Just you can drag, yeah, down, yes, and drop. So your image is there. And I preview. I just see it this way. All right, let's now assign and see how students sees that. Set the task. You can save as a draft, by the way. There was that option. I skipped, sorry. It's just like the page. And you can set another task. You can view the task that you gave, or you can just close this window. View the task. Sorry. Okay. All right. Now, I can see that I gave one task to the student. What I wrote, when is the due date, file required. Yes, I said file required. He should submit a file. You set a task at this time. It's going down. I can see the quiz in here, an image. I can see everything about my task. There's more option. Conform student is excused. Maybe this student, this particular student is excused from this. You can do this. You can add a comment, you can add a file, you can do some other things here. Now, how does that student see it? Since I'm admin, I can view the site as anyone. Let's say next. Now I'm in the student side. That is the student's window, as you can see. He's a kindergarten student and we are giving an assignment on quantum physics. So that's good education. This is just a test assignment. Student will see this. We go there. Student can see the description. All the assignment. Yes, I need to complete this. As you can see, students can complete this thing within here. Of course, you'll make this thing more relevant. I'm just selecting a few things and submit. Students can submit and view his score. To complete these assignment, I said a document must be submitted. So students should put a document relevant with whatever I'm asking. Maybe it's an essay. I want the student to type and attach it here. From computer or from Google Drive. We'll encourage students to use mostly Google Drive to avoid using Office. Office is a paid, it's a great application, of course, but it's a paid application. Students can do everything they need to do for assignments in Google Docs. So they don't just store it anywhere else. So things will be safer in their accounts. So from Google Drive, they can submit. Or if it is a case from their computer, they can do it too. Maybe it's a PDF document this time. Send. Teacher, this was a very difficult assignment. Maybe student can put a comment. And what else can that student do? The document that you attached is here, as you can see, the teacher, I mean. Student can get this document. You can download it. What else? Yes, I completed my assignment. Mark as done. You mark the task as done. How do I see it? In my, I'm still on the student side. As you can see, since it's done, it's not appearing here. But when the student goes to tasks, that student will see. This one is still pending, but the others are done, done, done. Let's go to the teacher side. View side as yourself. That's me. I'm seeing that this is just a test. I gave it to the one student, and one student has handed in. Did I mark any? No, I didn't mark. Total, one student. Maybe that is 20, so it will show you the progress to you. How many students submitted? How many of them marked? So you will be able to see this easily. I'm going to this task and check. Of course, in most of the cases, you will have several students here. But here, since I gave it only to one student, I'm seeing only one. So what I can do here when I receive the assignment is complete. Students submitted a file, I can see that file, or I can download it. No need to download, I can just view. But my computer is forcing me to download. Okay, I can download. And I can see what students sent. What else can I do? I can request student to resubmit. Maybe it is not complete. It is not good. I can say, please resubmit. I can say the student is exempted, excused. I can add some comments. I can revert to do. And add mark. When I come to here, let's say I went through, I said everything is okay. So I'm giving 90. This is a great work, test student. You're wonderful. Save the mark. What else can I do here? I'm checking. Basically, this is how assignment can be given and can be taken. It is 3 p.m. already. I think we need to stop here. Tomorrow we'll continue again with editing the page, creating the page, how to put annotations on this within the Firefly. There is that function as well. We'll see, show it tomorrow. You can put some marks, annotations, and send it to the student so student can receive a feedback bit by bit. Will the task still be available if student opens their page after deadline? That one I didn't check. I need to see. I'm not very sure of that, but we take our note. Mr. Lutfullah, take note of that. After due date, can students see it or submit it? Or do we have a setting for that? A certain period maybe we can put, and we can put a certain penalty. Most likely it should be this way. For late submissions, maybe 10%, 20% penalty. After the late submission period is over, it should be done. Mr. Khan was saying, I think groups are created accordingly, like year 12 psychology, only relevant students will see. When we create the groups, yes. So we need coordinators' assistance on that. Before the term begins, we need to receive all the groups in a certain format, in an Excel file. So we'll upload it to the system. Once we upload, all students will be under that certain group. So all coordinators, academic coordinators listening to me, particularly those who are having subject selections, maybe primaries is not a big deal, only a few subjects is selective. But year 9 and above, almost every subject, there are selections there. So these groups, please keep them ready as an Excel file. We'll give you a certain format and you will fill those students into there and we will upload this. Yes, we will share the recording session we practiced before we meet tomorrow. Yes, today we will do that. One of the most eye-opening workshops I have ever done. Okay, thank you. Is it possible to get the groups from Coolsys? Yes, of course. I mean, not the groups fully. Yes, that's possible too, Madam Electa. Bit by bit, you can, of course, take these things there, but it should be put into this format that we want. We want the academic coordinators to be in touch with e-learning coordinators. Does everybody know their e-learning coordinators? For LIS Karen, Mr. Süleyman. For girls' school, Madame Langat. For primary, Mr. Enes Kolan and Mr. Beyhan Kaya. For kindergarten, Mr. Bülent himself following that. For Malindi, Mr. Gazi. And Mombasa, Mr. Kazım and Mr. Ömer Bakhtar. They are your e-learning coordinators. These people, when we roll out these things, these are just initiations, inceptions we are doing here. You will need more technical assistance. There are 150 teachers. Of course, we cannot provide to each of you that kind of support, individualized support. So your e-learning coordinators, they also have that kind of a foundation that we discuss here. They're going to be your link between Firefly and you. Once we go through this learning curve, you'll be comfortable and you will enjoy using these things and you will ask yourself, where was these things before and why didn't we have it earlier? This is maybe the advantage of some crisis at the moment we are going through.
So,
yes, please.
I have a 2 point. The first one, you requested the one Google form for activating the accounts. Yes or no, just simple one. I send it to you. We can send maybe that one, or I can share. The second one, if the teacher says activated, if they reach their pages, dashboards, they can set it a task. I think maybe until tomorrow, they should send a task to that test students maybe, so we can check from there.
Maybe we should put this as an assignment, or we just announce here. Those who manage to activate their account, go to set task today when you have the chance. Just a simple tasks, play with it a bit, all right? To the test student, but please, to the test student. Be careful, don't send this to the other students. The other students are active at the moment there, all right? They didn't activate their account, but all your school students are there in the system. But we're using the test student, so Mr. Lutfullah will receive those things. So it will give you a chance also to play with the setting a task. Go to, sorry, not this one. Go to set tasks. There. So this student will receive a lot of tasks. So here you will just write test. So that student will come. That's it. So rest, just watch the video, this recording again if you forgot, and give a certain task. Okay.
Also, I shared the link, that's Google Documents.
Yes. For the subject that not all students in the class are not taking, how will the teacher select students, languages, religion? If there is no selection, that's easy. We're not going to create a group. For example, year 10B, there is that option here. No, where is it? I explained this actually. Maybe Malindi. When I write MLD, the Malindi students will appear. when I say year 10, year 10A. If I just select this now, the whole students in that class will receive it. So for mathematics and English, you guys are covered. You're lucky. No worries. All this training we've gone through, I believe students need to have some training too. Yes, of course. They will receive. Not only students, parents as well. We need unity of purpose to make this a success. Thank you, Mr. Kouya. You're very right. For subjects that not all students in class are not taking. Okay, I think I responded to this. Mr. Kouya, in total agreement, yes. Madam Patricia, true. Learning management system, is it in effect? Some insight will be in order. What do you mean, Madam Elector? You get it? Mr. Colon, we are splitting the subjects accordingly. Then you can select your teaching group. So then you can choose the group whenever you want to assign work. Thank you. Exactly. This crisis is a blessing in disguise. Okay, thank you. Somehow, this crisis, yes, it's pushing us to do some really good things. Okay, all right. Thank you very much, everyone. Wish you all the best. I'm ending the recording and we will share it this evening.